Hello. Little Bit's not going to sleep today. He has slept 20 minutes since 8 a.m. And it's like just after 1 right now. So, yeah, we're hoping he'll go to sleep because I have things to do. But we're going to read a new book, Walt Disney Productions, Todd and Copper, The Fox and the Hound. This was the third movie that Mommy saw in the theaters. And I might have cried. I might still cry. Okay, ready to read the book? One spring morning, Big Mama the owl sat watching the world. She saw a mother fox run out of the woods. The fox raced across the field. Near the fences, she dropped something in the grass. Yeah. Then the fox ran back into the woods. Suddenly, Big Mama heard a gunshot. The mother fox did not return. Oh dear, said Big Mama. Maybe a hunter killed that poor fox. Big Mama went to see what the fox had dropped, and she flew down to the fence. There was a baby fox. Oh my, said Big Mama. We will have to find a home for you. That's so sad. The beginning of the story is sad, the end of the story is sad. The middle's fine. It teaches a good lesson though. 1, you shouldn't hunt animals. 2, you have to be friends with other people even when they're different. So those 2 things are worth it, but still sad story. Big Mama called her friends over to see the fox. I think we need Mrs. Tweed's help, she said. Mrs. Tweed owned a farm nearby. Right now, she was in the barn milking a cow. You see the cow? The cow says moo. Mrs. Tweed heard a lot of noise outside. She ran out to see what was the matter. Some birds were making a fuss by the fence. I'm coming, called Mrs. Tweed. Where are you going? Hey, Boo. What are you doing? You can't lean like that on Mommy, Boo. You're too heavy. Let's turn the page. Mrs. Tweed found the baby fox. She took it home with her. She named the little fox Todd. Mrs. Tweed took good care of him. Every day, Todd played with the farm animals. One day, Todd followed a butterfly. Oh, honey, you're going to cut your finger on that. Be careful. Yes, be careful. Hey, wait, I got to turn the page. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, now I lost my place. One day, Todd followed a butterfly right into the woods. In the woods, Todd found an old cabin. The cabin belonged to a hunter named Amos Slade. Amos had an old dog named Chief and a new hound pup named Copper. Chief was a hunting dog. Copper was going to be a hunting dog too. Chief was a fine hunter when he was awake. Copper had a good sense of smell, and today he smelled something different. What's the matter, Boo? What's the matter? Don't lean forward like that. Copper went to see what the new smell was. His nose led him straight to a hollow log. At the end of the log, he saw Todd, a little fox. What are you doing? Asked Todd. Tracking something, said Copper. What are you tracking? Todd asked. I think it's you, said Copper. And the little fox began to laugh, and the puppy laughed too. And by the time they finished laughing, Todd and Copper were friends. Isn't that cute? Oh, Boo, dripping on me. I have to change shirts. Todd and Copper played together every day. They didn't know that foxes and hounds were not supposed to be friends. Amos Slade did not know who Copper played with, but one day he tied Copper up. I don't want you running around, Amos told the puppy. Good hunting dogs stay put. Poor little puppy. Poor little puppy. Okay. Todd came to see his friend. I can't play with you anymore, said Copper. I have to stay here. Who is that big dog?" Todd asked. "Be careful," said Copper. "That's Chief. Don't wake him up." But Chief was already awake. He opened one eye and saw the little fox. The old dog growled. Todd was scared and he raced off as fast as he could. Todd ran into the hen house. The hens were afraid of him and they jumped and squawked. Todd got out of the hen house fast, but Amos Slade heard the hens squawking and he came out of his cabin and saw the fox. "Stay away from my chickens," yelled Amos. "If I see you again, you'll be sorry." The summer ended and fall came. It was time for Amos to teach Copper how to hunt. "We're going on a long hunting trip," Amos told Copper and Chief, and he loaded his trucks and the dogs were both excited. "Be still, Boo. We got a long way to go. A long way for baby time." Copper sat in the back of the truck. He saw his friend Todd by the road, and Todd saw his friend Copper going away. Both Todd and Copper felt sad. They would miss each other. What's the matter? Ow! You scratched Mommy, Boo. Oh my goodness, you're fine. You're fine. You need to sleep. A lonely Todd went to see Big Mama. "When Copper comes back next spring," she said, "he won't be your friend anymore." "That's not true," said Todd. "Copper and I will always be friends." "Hey, you want to sit up like this?" All winter, Amos let me rub your foot. Taught Copper to be a hunting dog, just like Chief. It was hard work. And by the end of winter, Copper knew how to hunt. Copper was even smarter and faster than Chief. "Now I have 2 good hunting dogs," Amos said proudly. "Shh. Hey, Boo-Boo." Amos, Chief, and Copper came home in the spring. Copper felt very important. He was a big dog now with a big job. A few days later, Todd came to visit. Chief was sleeping as usual. "Hi, Copper," said Todd. "You really have grown." "Yes, Todd," said Copper. "So have you." Chief was having an exciting dream. It was a dream about foxes. And in the dream, Chief heard some voices. Slowly, he opened one eye. Ooh, and there was a real fox. Todd and Copper did not know that Chief was waking up. "Boo, come on. You can finish this book." "Are we still friends?" asked Todd. "We can't be friends anymore," said Copper. "I'm a hunting dog now." "No, let me turn the page." All at once, Chief leaped at Todd. The big dog growled and barked. "Run, Todd, run," Copper shouted. Amos Slade dashed out of his cabin. "There is that fox again," he cried. "This time he won't get away." Wait. Amos quickly untied the dogs. They both started chasing the fox. Todd knew he was in terrible danger. He ran for his life. Through the woods, across the fields, up a cliff, Todd ran and ran. And he looked behind him. The dogs were still following. Finally, Todd was too tired to run anymore. He hid under a stack of boards. It was a good hiding place, and Chief went right by. But Copper had a good nose. He came along sniffing the ground, and his nose led him straight to Todd. Todd was trapped. He had no place to go. Shh. Copper heard Amos climbing up the cliff. "I don't want you to be killed, Todd," said Copper. "I will let you go." Amos caught up with Copper. "Which way did he go, boy?" asked Amos. Copper pretended to sniff. Then Copper led Amos away from Todd's hiding place. Soon Amos and the dogs were gone, and Todd crawled out of his hole and ran for home. He knew what hunting dogs did. They hunted foxes. Todd found Mrs. Tweed at the fence. "Someone's been chasing you," she said. She hugged the fox. "I'm glad you're safe," she told him. "Hey, Boo-Boo." That night, Todd thought about his friend Copper, and Copper about his friend Todd. They knew they could never play together again. But Todd knew that he loved Copper, and Copper knew that he loved Todd, and that would never change. The end. That's a sad story. That's a sad story. Okay, boo-boo. Tell everybody bye-bye. We're going to try to take a nap. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Tell everybody bye-bye. Look, right here. Boo-boo. Hey. Woo! Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. It's nap time, I hope, for Mommy's sake. Say bye-bye, everybody. Whoa!